What's going on, guys? This is the #1 James Lee here. Today what I want to do is talk about the absolute shitstorm that is going on right now with the Battlefield 2042 beta. So if you guys do not know the full situation, let me pretty much break it down right here to give you guys it on a silver platter. So basically, a ton of people that pre-ordered Battlefield 2042 from GameStop or just any brick and mortar location are not receiving their beta codes for the early access beta, at least. Since obviously I think the 8th and the 9th you could just pretty much play for free, and I think that's the fully open beta. But if you did pre-order the game Battlefield 2042, you should be able to play early access 2 days early, but a lot of people are not receiving those beta codes, which is looking really sketchy on EA, DICE, and GameStop, and any other brick and mortar location that has not sent out their beta codes yet. So basically, let me break down my experience so you guys can get a better picture of basically what the entire situation is. So a few days ago, I walked into GameStop and I pre-ordered my standard Battlefield 2042 copy and everything. I put down my full pre-order and everything, and when I was up at the cash register, pre-ordering my game and everything, what was really weird is when I paid, the cashier did not mention anything about a beta. They only just said pre-order and everything. Do you want the warranty? I said yes, but they didn't mention anything about a beta, which I was like, okay, that's fine. I think maybe my beta code's on the receipt. But what's really weird is I checked my receipt and no beta code, which is really weird because every game that usually I've pre-ordered or anything or had experiences pre-ordering usually has a beta code on the receipt. But I was like, okay, fine, that's completely fine. Maybe they just will email me the beta code and everything. Maybe they're moving away from putting the beta code on the receipt. Maybe there's some issue where people are stealing receipts or some dumb shit. But then I waited till yesterday and anything. Hope you guys it's time you guys seen this video and everything. The Battlefield beta is live now, even though a ton of people might not be playing it because of the situation. So pretty much the day of preload comes on or anything, and I've not received an email for beta codes yet, which I was starting to get really worried since the beta starts technically today and everything, but starts the next day according to the one the story's happening. So I decided I'm going to pop over to my most local GameStop and everything and basically ask them, do I have to wait for an email? Maybe you guys didn't print the receipt right and I didn't get a beta code. So I basically pop over to my local GameStop and everything, and basically what the guy at the cash register tells me, and keep in mind as I'm saying this guy and everything, he sounded very unsure and everything. I'm pretty sure the managers or somebody didn't tell him what's up, and I'm pretty sure he wasn't expecting this big of a shit show to be happening. But keep in mind this guy was very kind and everything. I didn't mean no ill will and everything towards him. But basically he told me is that they are no longer doing beta codes on or printing them on receipts. And when I asked him, I was like, so does that mean I'll get the beta code via email? And he was like, I don't know, maybe not and everything. Maybe you pre-ordered the game and everything thinking you were gonna get a beta, and you're not gonna get a fucking beta. Which to me, I'm not gonna lie, seems like false advertising, since they said EA and DICE and Battlefield and everything all said even GameStop also said pre-order the game to get early access to the beta. But a ton of people pre-ordered the game and everything for the beta but aren't getting codes. So basically what I did was when I got home and everything, I was not very happy. So I basically tweeted at EA, DICE, Battlefield, and GameStop and everything, basically venting my frustrations towards this situation and how I felt a little bit fucked over since I didn't get a beta code and everything, because apparently maybe a ton of different situations. Maybe you need to pre-order an only digital only version or anything to get early access to the beta, but they never disclosed that or anything. All they said was pre-order to get early access to the beta, and they never said oh, if you pre-order physical you're not gonna get early access. So basically, a few hours later after I tweeted that extremely long rant, GameStop or a GameStop employee or the GameStop Twitter or anything basically quickly messaged me or DM'd me and everything. I'm gonna put the what they messaged me on screen right now. They basically told me that they saw my tweet and everything, that they stopped printing codes on receipts, as I said before, at the request of EA, and that they did not anticipate this many people signing up for the early access beta, which is really weird to me since it's a Battlefield game. It's fucking Battlefield. What do you mean they didn't anticipate, or you guys didn't anticipate that many people signing up for the fucking early access beta? It's just so weird. It's a Battlefield game. How do you not anticipate that many people? It's a popular game franchise. It's Activision or Treyarch or Call of Duty saying, oh, we didn't anticipate that many people signing up for our beta. It's fucking a popular game. What do you mean? But all that aside, they wanted my receipt, name, phone number and a picture of my like, receipt and everything. I sent that to them and they gave me a code, which Jesus fucking Christ, it should have not taken that amount of fucking shit to get a beta code. So basically I had to sit through an entire day of worrying that I might not get a code or anything. Like I haven't gotten an email or anything. There was no beta code on my receipt. I had to go to my local GameStop to ask like an employee. Then I had to go on a fucking tyrant on Twitter and everything to like, get them to finally tell me what the fuck is going on. And the fact that they didn't let any GameStops or anything know about like, this beta code situation is just fucking horrific. So basically a few hours after this and everything, I'm like, okay, I finally got my beta code. Maybe this was just a misstep on my part or anything. But then the floodgates open. Now before, when I wasn't getting my beta code or anything, before I even went to GameStop or anything to like, originally ask the question, I basically replied to all of Battlefield EA's promotions about like the beta and everything, saying like my situation, I was not getting a beta code yet. So fast forward a few hours after all my situations going on and everything, I started getting reply after reply on my tweet and everything that GameStop originally DM'd me over, with a multitude of people saying they didn't also not get their beta codes because they pre-ordered from GameStop or like, just any other retailer. And now we're here. I am so fucking baffled and amazed that they were this incompetent to orchestrate a good beta code rollout, at least for people who pre-ordered physical copies from GameStop and everything. Now I'm assuming everybody who pre-ordered digitally is rolling fucking fine and everything, probably playing the beta right now, having a blast. And here's the thing, this is not bashing Battlefield 2042 as a game. I know the game looks great and everything, and when me and all these people get to play it eventually, I know we're gonna have a blast playing it. This is not judging the game. This is more so judging EA, Dice's, and Battlefield and GameStop, maybe other public retailers and anything, their abilities to get out beta codes at an organized manner. Because for some reason, like I said, every other multiplayer, like, or even game that I've ever pre-ordered has never had this big of an issue getting out beta codes ever. So that's really the situation right now and everything. The beta early access only lasts for 2 days, so most likely by the time like this goes public and everything, maybe they would have solved it, maybe they wouldn't have. But basically this video is just to let you guys know the absolute disaster this situation is right now. And if you are having the same exact issue and anything, make sure to comment down below. Here's the thing, this video necessarily won't solve anything because like I said, the early access beta is only 2 days and everything, and that's not enough time to like get this situation going. Although what Battlefield could do for this massive fuck up and everything is at least extend the beta like at least maybe 5 days, since the beta is only fucking 4 days, which in my opinion, when I saw that originally, I was like, this is fucking stupid. And people that even get to play the like open access and everything and only to play 2 days. And here's the thing, Call of Duty doesn't have a good rep right now. It's not it's actually in a pretty bad place, but even they extended their beta so people could play it like a decent amount more and everything, more than 4 to 2 fucking days. So like I said, for this massive fuck up and everything, they should definitely extend the beta like at least 5 more days and everything so people could play it. Especially people that pre-ordered to play the early access beta early but didn't get their codes in or anything, so they won't get to play what they were promised, which was like pre-order to get early access to the beta, which they did not get. I'm just really frustrated by the situation or anything. And like I said, if you did experience the same issues, make sure to tweet not Activision, make sure to tweet EA, Dice, GameStop, Battlefield and everything. Here's the thing, be very civil when you are tweeting them or anything. Be very civil, just like vent your frustrations, but in a very civil manner. I don't want people to death threats, especially. I don't want people to be like rude or say fuck you to them, but I want people to express that this was completely unorganized and unacceptable. And what's even weirder is the people that replied to my tweet basically also said that they went to like 5 different GameStops, 4 different GameStops, called GameStops and everything, did all this shit, and every single GameStop or person that they called in basically was also as unsure as the guy that I asked. So in my opinion, to wrap this up, this was an awful fucking start to a beta and everything to a game that I was very excited for, and I feel very disappointed. And like I said, this video was more so to criticize this beta rollout and everything situation rather than judge the game, because like I said, the game looks great and everything. I know I'm gonna have a blast playing it and everything, and everyone else is gonna have a blast when we finally get to play it, but it's more of so bashing this beta code rollout situation, which is just a fucking disgrace and absolute mess right now. But that was was the video and everything. Like I said, make sure to comment down below if you guys are experiencing this exact same issue. Like I said, voice your concerns to EA, DICE, GameStop, or anything. Like I said, be very civil and everything. But like I said, this is definitely a very frustrating situation. Yeah. But make sure to follow me on Twitter or anything, as like, you know, I'll most likely be updating people on the situation or anything. And I'll make sure to link my original tweet down below and everything, because this is just a mess. Jesus Christ.